The beloved prince, always known for being calm and composed, has sparked deep emotions among his loved ones through his unexpected legacy. What could have caused such a strong reaction from a royal family so accustomed to wealth and power? And what does it reveal about the bonds that hold together one of Europe's most famous monarchies? Join us as we uncover the emotional and surprising twist that has rocked Europe's most famous royal family. Prince Albert II of Monaco has lived a life that most people can only dream of. As a respected royal leader, he transformed Monaco into a symbol of luxury, wealth, and beauty. But now, as his family looks to the future, they face a reality that's both incredible and heartbreaking. The fortune he leaves behind isn't just money, it's a legacy filled with hopes, dreams, and responsibilities that his family must now carry. For years, Prince Albert poured his heart into making Monaco strong and independent. From its glittering casinos to the world-famous yacht shows, Monaco became a playground for the rich and famous, and he always made sure it sparkled on the world stage. His wise investments ensured that the tiny nation stayed one of the wealthiest places on earth. But now, the very wealth that was meant to secure his family's future has become a burden they must carry, weighing heavily on their hearts. Inside the palace, the family is filled with a mix of emotions. They're proud of all Prince Albert achieved and grateful for the security he provided, but they're also feeling overwhelmed by the weight of the responsibility he left behind. They know that continuing his legacy isn't just about managing his wealth. It's about maintaining Monaco as the respected place Prince Albert worked so hard to build. His life wasn't just about being a prince, he was passionate about family values, the environment, and helping others. He tried to balance these beliefs with his royal duties, but his passing has left his family with tough decisions to make. While one of his children feels ready to take on the challenge and continue his work, the other feels the pressure to live up to such a massive legacy, wondering if they'll be able to keep the nation strong or if this inheritance will change their lives forever. Looking back on their father's life, they remember the sacrifices he made to protect Monaco's future. He took on huge responsibilities and never shied away from a challenge. Now, his family faces a choice: follow in his footsteps or carve out their own path. Standing in the shadow of his incredible achievements, they must now figure out how to carry his vision forward without him. But what was Prince Albert's early life really like? And how did it shape the man he became? A heavy crown. Prince Albert II, born on March 14, 1958, grew up surrounded by a mix of royal life and Hollywood glamour. His parents, Prince Rainier III and American actress Princess Grace Kelly, were an iconic couple, making Monaco a symbol of charm and elegance. As a child, he saw both the highs and the lows of royal life, and was always aware of the weighty responsibilities he would one day inherit. His upbringing was a mix of privilege and discipline. His parents taught him the importance of both duty and humility. Education was a big focus for them, and Prince Albert attended primary school in Monaco before heading abroad to study at prestigious institutions like the University of Lyon and Amherst College in Massachusetts. These years expanded his horizons and introduced him to new cultures, an experience that would later influence his leadership. At Amherst, he studied political science, economics, psychology, and English literature, gaining a well-rounded education that would help him as a ruler. Unlike many royals who stay inside their own bubble, Albert was determined to see the world from a global perspective, understanding that Monaco's future depended on blending its rich traditions with the modern world. Despite the seriousness of his royal role, Prince Albert was known for his adventurous spirit and love of sports. He competed in 5 Winter Olympics as part of Monaco's national bobsleigh team, showing off his courage and competitive nature. These experiences weren't just for show, they helped shape Prince Albert's character and taught him the values of resilience, teamwork, and the importance of representing his country on the global stage. Through sports, he saw a world beyond the palace walls, which made him more relatable and approachable to the public. His relationship with his mother, Princess Grace, was also incredibly significant. Known for her beauty, kindness, and dedication to causes like the environment, Princess Grace had a lasting impact on Albert. After her tragic death in a car accident in 1982, he was deeply affected, but it also strengthened his resolve to honor her legacy. Losing his mother was a turning point for him. It was the first time he truly felt the full weight of his responsibilities. He became more involved in royal duties and grew closer to his father, preparing for the day he would take over as Prince of Monaco. When he ascended to the throne in 2005 after his father's passing, he approached his new role with deep respect for Monaco's traditions, but with a clear desire to adapt to the modern world. His leadership has centered around key areas like environmental sustainability, economic stability, and preserving Monaco's unique cultural identity. Under his reign, the country continued to thrive as a global destination, but he also took important steps to address climate change, a cause close to his heart, influenced by his mother's own commitment to the environment. As we know all too well, environmental concerns often get pushed to the back burner in times of crisis, but Prince Albert has worked hard to change that. He became known as the Green Prince, making Monaco a leader in environmental initiatives. His family's history is filled with triumphs, struggles, and a strong commitment to preserving the nation's independence. He grew up understanding that their wealth and status came with a massive responsibility. His life has been a careful balancing act between respecting Monaco's rich heritage and ensuring it stays relevant on the world stage. This hasn't been easy, and Prince Albert has had to make some tough calls to keep the country thriving while honoring his family's legacy. His upbringing shaped his unique leadership style, rooted in both tradition and progress. As a prince raised in the public eye, he's always known that his actions would shape Monaco's future. But how did he build the vast wealth and influence that Monaco is famous for? Prince Albert has played a key role in building Monaco into a global symbol of luxury, sustainability, and culture, ensuring that the tiny nation is known worldwide for its opulence and commitment to a better future. When Prince Albert inherited the throne from his father, Prince Rainier III, he stepped into a role that had been carefully built over half a century. Naturally, he wondered, am I really ready for this? And what happens now that I don't have my father to report to? Prince Rainier was known as the Builder Prince for his successful efforts in modernizing Monaco's economy. He transformed Monte Carlo into a hotspot for the rich, securing international interest and solidifying Monaco's reputation as a glamorous destination for the wealthy and famous. Prince Albert, building on his father's legacy, was determined to keep the country's economy strong while addressing modern challenges, especially environmental sustainability. Under his leadership, Monaco's reputation expanded beyond wealth. It became known for forward-thinking initiatives. One of his most significant environmental projects is the Monaco Blue Initiative, aimed at protecting the world's oceans. This cause holds a special place in his heart, as it ties back to his great-grandfather, Prince Albert I, who was an early oceanographer. In 2006, Prince Albert launched his own foundation dedicated to environmental protection, which has funded projects around the globe, from ocean research to renewable energy investments. Prince Albert also oversaw major real estate expansions, including the eco-friendly Portier Cove project. This sustainable land reclamation effort is designed to create luxury apartments and green spaces featuring energy-efficient buildings powered by renewable energy. The project reflects his commitment to sustainable growth, and it not only boosts property values but also makes Monaco even more attractive to both high-net-worth individuals and environmental advocates. Tourism and international events are key to Monaco's economy, and under Prince Albert's leadership, these areas have flourished. Famous for its glamorous lifestyle, Monaco hosts prestigious annual events like the Formula One Grand Prix, the Monte Carlo Masters Tennis Tournament, and the Monaco Yacht Show. These events draw visitors and investments from around the globe, bringing in significant revenue and helping to maintain Monaco's image as a luxurious destination. Prince Albert's influence also extends into sports diplomacy, with his role as a member of the International Olympic Committee helping to enhance Monaco's reputation as a hub for athletic excellence. His vision includes ambitious construction projects that reshape the nation's landscape and attract elite investors. One such project is the Tour Odeon, a 49-story luxury skyscraper that houses one of the world's most expensive penthouses. This development boosts the high-end real estate market, drawing wealthy residents and reinforcing Monaco's status as a luxury haven for the ultra-rich. Prince Albert has worked to refresh Monaco's cultural institutions, ensuring they maintain their historical charm while embracing a modern twist. The One Monte Carlo district, a high-end shopping and residential area near the iconic Casino de Monte Carlo, blends luxury retail with exclusive apartments. It caters to Monaco's wealthy residents and enhances the country's image as a top luxury destination. Through these efforts, Prince Albert has nurtured Monaco's economy, environment, and cultural appeal, upholding his father's vision of the country as a symbol of wealth and prestige. Yet he's also made sure Monaco remains relevant for a new generation. His work has shaped the nation's wealth and influence, ensuring it remains financially strong and globally respected. But how much of Monaco's wealth has directly added to Prince Albert's personal fortune? And how much does he personally manage the family's riches? His life is one of luxury and duty. But he hasn't just grown the country's wealth, he's also navigated the unique responsibilities that come with ruling one of the world's wealthiest city-states. His role, however, goes beyond simply overseeing an economy built on luxury and glamour. He has created an environment where wealth and environmental awareness go hand in hand. Still, managing this fortune, estimated to be in the billions, has come with its own set of challenges. A key aspect of Prince Albert's personal wealth is tied to the Société des Bains de Mer, SBM, a significant state-owned corporation in Monaco that manages casinos, hotels, and other luxury assets. The iconic Monte Carlo Casino, part of SBM, plays a major role in Monaco's wealth and tourism, drawing high rollers and celebrities from around the world. As head of state, Prince Albert holds indirect influence over SBM, which contributes to Monaco's image as a playground for the elite. He also owns several private assets, including properties in Europe and beyond, passed down through generations of the Grimaldi family. Over time, the family has built a substantial fortune, and Prince Albert has worked to invest and grow these assets responsibly, particularly with a focus on sustainability. In terms of transparency, Prince Albert has worked hard to be a responsible steward of Monaco's wealth. In recent years, he has promoted efforts to improve the principality's financial transparency, aligning it with international standards. Addressing concerns like money laundering and tax evasion, he has sought to strike a balance between Monaco's appeal as a tax haven and its reputation as a reputable financial hub. His commitment to transparency hasn't always been easy. It required the nation to adopt reforms to meet global expectations. Some residents and stakeholders initially resisted Prince Albert's push for financial transparency, but in the end, it has only strengthened Monaco's standing. Beyond financial matters, his wealth is closely linked to his conservation and environmental efforts, which are a personal commitment and a significant part of his legacy. This dedication is reflected in the Prince Albert II of Monaco Foundation, which has funded hundreds of projects focused on renewable energy, water conservation, and biodiversity preservation. These initiatives show his intention to use his wealth for meaningful global change. This approach not only protects Monaco's reputation, but also attracts investors interested in sustainable development, giving the principality a fresh appeal to a modern, environmentally conscious audience. His wealth is also tied to his role as a global figure, representing Monaco at international events and building relationships that benefit the country. As one of the wealthiest monarchs in Europe, he has the advantage of personal connections with world leaders, celebrities, and global influencers. This network has expanded Monaco's influence beyond its tiny borders, contributing to its status as a significant player in international affairs. However, despite all these accomplishments, his path hasn't been without its challenges. Some residents and stakeholders initially resisted Prince Albert's push for financial transparency, but in the end, it has only strengthened Monaco's standing. Beyond financial matters, his wealth is closely linked to his conservation and environmental efforts, which are a personal commitment and a significant part of his legacy. This dedication is reflected in the Prince Albert II of Monaco Foundation, which has funded hundreds of projects focused on renewable energy, water conservation, and biodiversity preservation. These initiatives show his intention to use his wealth for meaningful global change. This approach not only protects Monaco's reputation but also attracts investors interested in sustainable development, giving the principality a fresh appeal to a modern, environmentally conscious audience. His wealth is also tied to his role as a global figure, representing Monaco at international events and building relationships that benefit the country. As one of the wealthiest monarchs in Europe, he has the advantage of personal connections with world leaders, celebrities, and global influencers. This network has expanded Monaco's influence beyond its tiny borders, contributing to its status as a significant player in international affairs. However, despite all these accomplishments, his path hasn't been without its challenges. Prince Albert has faced his fair share of controversies, family pressures, and the heavy burden of continuing Monaco's legacy, especially at a time when traditional monarchies are often questioned for their relevance. But what are some of the most significant challenges he's encountered along the way? His reign has been marked by numerous challenges that have shaped his leadership and strengthened his determination to carry on the Grimaldi legacy. While Monaco is famous for its wealth, Prince Albert has had to deal with both personal and political challenges that have tested his leadership style. However, these challenges haven't been roadblocks. They've been opportunities for him to grow and adapt in the ever-changing world of monarchy and governance. One of the most significant challenges he faced was stepping into his father's shoes. Prince Rainier II had transformed Monaco into a wealthy, internationally recognized state, and Prince Albert took over at the height of its success. However, this also meant that the weight of expectation fell heavily on his shoulders. He had to walk a fine line between preserving his father's legacy while introducing modern changes to align with the shifting global political landscape. In his early years as sovereign, he wasn't just tasked with keeping Monaco's wealth intact, he also had to ensure that it remained relevant in the modern world. Another major challenge Prince Albert faced was Monaco's status as a tax haven. While this reputation had brought in considerable wealth, it also attracted international scrutiny, particularly from countries trying to close tax loopholes. Prince Albert was determined to make Monaco's financial system more transparent and acceptable to the global community. In 2008, he oversaw the implementation of strict anti-money laundering laws and transparency measures within Monaco's financial institutions. These reforms weren't welcomed by everyone, as many feared they could harm Monaco's image as a safe haven for wealthy individuals. But he pressed forward, working to balance the country's reputation as a tax haven with its aspiration to become a responsible and respected global financial center. His leadership during this period helped improve Monaco's standing on the international stage. On a more personal level, Prince Albert also faced the challenge of overcoming public doubt about his leadership. In the early years of his reign, many questioned whether he could lead Monaco as effectively as his father had. His parents were adored not just in Monaco but around the world, and there were concerns about whether he could live up to their legacy. His private life was also under constant public scrutiny, with years of speculation about his personal relationships, adding extra pressure to his role. He faced these challenges head-on, publicly acknowledging his struggles and embracing the responsibility of ruling Monaco with dignity. Prince Albert's decision to marry Charlene Wittig in 2011 and their journey as a royal couple gradually shifted public opinion. It portrayed him as a modern monarch who could balance both the demanding duties of the crown and personal matters. One of the most difficult periods of his reign came in 2005, following the death of his father, Prince Rainier III. The sudden loss left a huge gap that was hard to fill. Not only did Prince Albert have to grieve his father's passing, but he also had to step up and assume the full responsibilities of his role as sovereign. This transition was especially challenging both emotionally and practically. However, his response showed his resilience. He quickly focused on leading Monaco with a steady hand, making crucial decisions to maintain stability in the principality and boost its international reputation. Another ongoing challenge Prince Albert faced was Monaco's small size. Despite its immense wealth, Monaco is a tiny nation with limited resources, which meant he had to be creative in keeping the country's economy strong and diversified. Under his leadership, Monaco expanded its real estate sector, developed eco-friendly projects, and focused on attracting global events to boost tourism and bring in more wealth. Through all these personal, financial, and emotional challenges, Prince Albert has shaped his leadership style to be measured, empathetic, and forward-thinking. Prince Albert's ability to adapt to the changing political and economic landscape has firmly established him as a respected figure, not just in Monaco, but beyond. Now, as his reign becomes more solidified, his children are starting to take on a more prominent role in shaping the future of the Grimaldi family. But what role do Prince Albert's children play in the dynasty? And how will they influence the future of Monaco? As Prince Albert looks ahead, one of the key aspects of his reign is ensuring that the royal family thrives for generations to come. A big part of that future lies in the hands of his wife, Princess Charlene, and their children. Their role in Monaco's royal future is far from just ceremonial. They are key players in a new chapter for the Grimaldi family, balancing both tradition and progress. When Prince Albert married Princess Charlene, he not only found a life partner, but also a strong ally in evolving Monaco's monarchy. Charlene, a former Olympic swimmer from South Africa, brought a modern touch to the principality's royal family. She's deeply involved in charitable work, particularly through the Princess Charlene of Monaco Foundation, which promotes water safety and supports children's health globally. Her active role in charity has earned her the affection of Monaco's people, where her work alongside Prince Albert has helped keep the royal family closely connected to both the citizens of Monaco and the broader world. Together, they are shaping a future that blends the family's rich history with a focus on social responsibility and global outreach. As a mother and a royal, Princess Charlene has introduced a new kind of royal figure, one who is deeply involved in the community and passionate about social causes. Together with Prince Albert, they are raising their twin children, Princess Gabriella and Prince Jacques, who are destined to inherit Monaco's throne. Prince Jacques, as the heir apparent, has already begun to take on some royal duties, even at a young age. His upbringing will undoubtedly prepare him for leadership, but it will look quite different from his father's. Prince Albert ascended the throne at a time when Monaco's role on the world stage was evolving. But for Prince Jacques, the challenges will be unique, particularly in balancing economic growth with sustainability, an area that Prince Albert has emphasized throughout his reign. Princess Gabriella, while not directly in line for the throne, also plays a significant role in Monaco's future. As the daughter of Albert and Charlene, she is poised to become a future ambassador for the principality, carrying forward the Grimaldi family's long-standing commitment to charity, culture, and Monaco's global influence. Her involvement in royal activities alongside her twin brother ensures that the nation's legacy remains a family affair. With the next generation increasingly taking on royal responsibilities, the presence of Prince Jacques and Princess Gabriella is crucial for the country's continued prosperity. With their young heirs, Albert and Charlene are already planning for the future, ensuring that the Grimaldi name remains a symbol of Monaco's unique blend of wealth, tradition, and modernity. Their roles in the family's legacy are not just about continuing royal duties, but also about adapting the monarchy to the challenges of the 21st century. The future of Monaco's royal family will depend on how Prince Jacques and Princess Gabriella navigate their roles and balance tradition with change. Prince Albert has built an incredible fortune for the family, but the real challenge will be ensuring his children are prepared to handle the immense expectations that come with being part of one of the wealthiest families in the world. As the family looks ahead, the question remains: will Prince Albert's eventual departure make his family more reliant on their royal legacy than ever before? And how will they manage the immense fortune, legacy, and future of Monaco?